Yeah, it's on the,
So you'll do that.
yeah. So we'll go ahead and get started. And thank you very much, ladies, for participating in the Emergency Rental Assistance Program Information Forum. The whole idea behind this day today, or this opportunity today, is to, first of all, make you aware that such a program exists here in Pinal County. As a result of COVID-19, many families are dealing with rental, landlords, utilities, all the different things that are part of your everyday life, and some cases has become a burden. And so the Department of Economic Security is working together with Pinal County to establish an opportunity to make application for emergency rental assistance through the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. My name is Councilmember Henry Wade, Councilmember here for the City of Maricopa, and with me today also is Gail Randolph from NID Housing Counseling Agency. And when I saw that this program was available for the citizens of Maricopa, we jumped at the opportunity to be able to inform folks as to how to make application. It's a little bit different from some of the other communities that are offering rental assistance programs in that it has an actual application process and a portal for you to submit your application, submit source documents, and everything that is needed in order for you to make application. We're here today, as I said, strictly for information, provide you with information. If, in fact, you think that this might be a way that you can go, then tomorrow from 10 to 3 here in the same place, we'll have access to computers so that you can do the application online on the portal. The application actually doesn't, the portal doesn't become active. And can you hear me okay with this mask on? Yeah, okay. Doesn't become active until tomorrow morning. And so we want to make sure that our community has the information they need and can provide the documentation that's needed. That's why we're doing this today, to give you a heads up as to what you would need to bring. Come in tomorrow, we'll have, as I said, have the computer set up for you to actually submit the application. And this is a way, as I said, as a community service, we want to make sure that these things are available. And if you know of anyone else or anyone else acknowledges to you that they may need some assistance, let them know tomorrow from 10 to 3. We'll be right here with an open portal. And also for those who are working folks, we'll be here again from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So we should be able to cover the time frames for people who have a need. At this time, I want to introduce Gail Randolph, and she'll tell you a little bit more about NID and what she does, and some more information about the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. Yeah, I'll go ahead and switch it.
Hi, everyone. Like Councilman Wade said, my name is Gail Randolph, and I am the branch manager and HUD housing counselor for NID Housing Counseling Agency. We have about 32 offices nationwide. I've been doing this since 2008, 9, and 10 when we had the awful foreclosure status going on throughout the nation. So we were on a call the other day with DES, and we heard about this program, and we thought that we would want to give information session to all of you to understand what's going on. Because sometimes when you're, under stress or you're not clear on what forms are needed, we thought that we would clear up that stuff for you. So if you know of anybody else, like Henry said, we'll be here tomorrow as well. And you can actually come here to do the applications, but you just need to bring copies of your paperwork so you'll know. And we'll go over what's necessary today. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are going to discuss again your emergency rental assistance program. and it's offered through Pinal County through DES. And there you can see what the website is. It's des.az.gov/ERAP. The site will be open tomorrow morning, but feel free to go on now so that you can get an understanding of what's needed and what the process is.
That's why we're glad we're here for information purposes only, so we can get the bugs burned down.
Is it going?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so again, the emergency assistance is being sponsored through DES, but as you can see, there's many counties. It's covering Apache, Cochise, Coconino, and you can see all of the other ones there, and of course, Pinal is part of it. The program is starting tomorrow on the 23rd, and it will go on until December 31st, or as it's stated, until funding is exhausted. So I'm glad that you're able to get some information today. And again, if you know of anyone else, please spread the news. Part of the program, too, it does not only cover rent, it covers your utility bills, too, and you'll be providing your information from the landlord as well as your utility late bills as well. Your tenant, the tenants or the landlord can initiate the application. Once the tenant goes online, you're giving information about your landlord, and the landlord can go online and give information about you. So the two applications will merge, which is how the landlord will know what's going on. If the landlord doesn't want to apply, that's fine. You'll give the email on your application. You'll provide the email of the landlord, and then the landlord will get an email letting them know what's going on. So to me, I think it's faster if the landlord could apply and you apply, but if that's not the case, that's okay. But make sure you have the the landlord's information, and of course their contact information. Your income can be based, again, it's okay to have unemployment. That's fine to show the information. The renter's household income is less than or equal to 80% of the median income, and the next slide will show you. So when you are about to apply, make sure you look at the income, and that's your income levels right there. It's based on family size. So you'll see family of 1 all the way to family of 8. If we come down to Pinal County, you'll see that the family of 1 has to make $43,600 or less, and you'll go across. Family of 2, $49,800, and yes, the unemployment does count. I had someone ask a question stating that they have more than themselves on their lease. You have other families on your lease, but they're not living with you. You can still apply, and then you're going to verify that the other people on the lease do not live with you. You can show a utility bill or any kind of bill of that way that would have the name of the person and their address. So therefore, you're only qualifying on the tenant that lives in the building, even though you might have more than one person on the lease. Okay? Sure. Okay, so again, you're based on Pinal County, and you'll go all the way over until a family of 8. It is stated on the website that if you are on unemployment, or if your income is 30% of the income level. If you look at a family of 4, you can take 30% of that income level. So if you're 30% or below, or if you're on unemployment, your application gets first preference. Did you have a question? You're counting the adults. Okay, does anyone have any questions on that? And of course, as part of your application, we're going to go over that next. You would provide your income in reference to what it is.
If we could ask if you could hold your, your questions until the pause, and then we can get you on the mic so that the people at home can hear the questions that you're asking as well.
Okay, good point. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I went too far. I don't know if you can bring it back. Okay, so your website there is stated des.az.gov/ERAP, and the portal will open tomorrow. Right now, if you go to the website, you'll be able to read what's necessary, which is what we're reading today and going over today. But tomorrow, you'll see where there will be a link for you to actually apply. I would recommend that you get capability of scanning or making copies. So when it comes time for you to make your application, everything is organized. It's best to complete the application. Incomplete applications are not going to be accepted. Long of a process, and your file will get rejected. So really work on these items. Another thing, too, before I go over the items, families that are not able to, don't have access to laptop or don't feel comfortable, you can go online and call, and they will take your application over the phone. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there are options for you if you're unable to go online. And please call. I'll give you my cell again. It's 602-390-4953, and that's 602-390-4953. So please call if you need any assistance. So during the application, renters will have to provide a copy of your ID, proof of income. If you don't necessarily have a proof, I had someone that told me that their business pretty much died now, but you would have to sign a document that states what your income is and that you are honestly presenting your income. You need a copy of the lease or your rental agreement, copies of your utility bills if you're applying for utilities. You can add your utilities here. They'll give you up to $32.50 a month, so add your utilities in. Again, you have to show a letter from your landlord showing you're late. That's the eviction notice, or whatever you have, 5-day notices to say you're late. Any kind of disconnection notice for your utility bills. So throw the utility bills in there, get a copy. You can call your landlord and let your landlord know what you're doing. I had a customer today. They're a few months late, but the landlord has been kind and has not officially did a 5-day notice or anything. But she called him, and they are going to just give them a total of what they owe. That way you can process it. Once you apply, you're going to mention your landlord, email address. I don't know if I'm sure they're going to ask for phone number. And like I said, if they don't apply, then the email goes directly to them. If they don't comment, then the application just sits. So you do need a cooperation from the landlord. I have also been told if the landlord goes in, let's just say you two are afraid to do the initial application, an email will come to you and say, please apply because your landlord has made a statement. So the two groups have to, coincide in order for this to work. Okay? Okay, so in reference to the process, once the screen's open, and we've mentioned it a little bit already, the renter uploads required documentation and submits the application. The landlord is then notified, and then they're going to provide the information The funds go directly into the landlord's checking account. It's not going anywhere else. This way it goes directly to them. That's why you need the cooperation of the landlord. Your application is processed, and then the information, the file has been approved, hopefully, and then it goes directly into their checking account. So then the landlord applies online and they give required information. The renter is then notified, and this is in the opposite. If the landlord does it and the tenant doesn't do it, again, the application is processed, and then the financial and all of the money goes into the checking account of the landlord. Okay, so it can work both ways, but from application processes, from what I know, it's better if everyone does it, or at least each person knows that it's coming. Okay, so they'll look for their emails. If for some reason, in reference to the process, I was told today, I was talking to one of the DES folks, and it's not going to take long to process as long as both parties cooperate. And you might have a process, they said once you're approved, the funds will be in the checking account within 3 business days. So it's not taking a long time. If for some reason, though, you're denied, you can go back onto your portal and question why you were denied. And it could be something that you could fix. So please follow up. Again, if you have any concerns, because sometimes when you're rejected, you don't even want to deal with it. But call me and we'll call and find out, what's going on. And you have 60 calendar days to appeal from the time you're declined. I am not sure, again, I'll have to ask. I know in lending, I was a mortgage lender for probably 20 years. And I know with the mortgage lending, they will basically tell you why you were declined. I don't know if they're actually going to be that clear on this, but I'll find out. Fraud safeguards. They are checking. I've been involved in programs before where it would say, have you ever applied for any monies before? And you would say yes. This program will allow you to go to other programs and still do this, which I love. So the question I had the other day was, can they apply for rental assistance? And the answer was yes, as long as they're not asking for the same time frame. Okay, so you can't come to this and say 3 months and then go somewhere else and ask for the money for the same 3 months. And they are checking. They are checking. Fraudulent activity too. I hear a lot of frauds going on with unemployment. They are verifying your ID. So please make sure that it's cleared so that they can see it. And they are, again, doing a hotline, again, looking for fraud. So, just be careful with your things. I also like this in that I've seen some landlords get money and then they kick you out. Usually less than a 30-day time frame. On this program, you do have to wait at least 30 days to evict someone, because I've seen a landlord get the money today and then by Friday they're gone. So they're trying to protect you a little bit better by saying you have to wait the 30 days. And that is it. Councilman Wade, do you want to share with the questions? Can we get questions from this live stream?
I don't know, you might want to ask him.
Is he back there?
Yeah. So thank you very much, Gail. Appreciate it. Appreciate your information and experience. So as again, just to reiterate, this whole purpose behind this time today was to for information. I think once we find out if we can get some questions from people we're live streaming to, then we'll offer them the opportunity for questions as well. Right now, if you have some individual questions, we can go ahead and delve into those and get, if we don't have the answer, we can certainly get an answer for you. So I'm going to bring the mic down as soon as Gail comes back to the podium. Yeah, we'll get questions from here first.
If you want to monitor the live stream, we can. He's to say that you can ask questions on a live stream. For all of you, I understand there's some folks on the live stream. Please ask questions and we'll monitor those as well, but we'll take from the audience here first. Yes.
Right now, we're up to date on our rent, but as of March 1st, we do not have the ability to pay our rent.
Okay.
Will we have to wait 5 days until we get a 5-day notice to put in our application?
Yes, because the application requires that you get a letter from your landlord stating that you're late. So once you're late, it's up to the landlord to monitor how long the letter comes. But once the letter comes, please apply.
Okay, and is this retroactive for people who are 4 months behind already?
Yes,
Okay.
the program will cover up to 12 months. Once you hit the 12 months, and if there's funding available, they'll even help you for 3 more months. But the program, remember, ends in December, so hopefully the money will last that long. But I would apply, and then check with me. I'll let you know too. Is that good? Okay. Yes.
My question is, you said that once they make a payment, if the payment is made to the landlord, they still have a choice to evict you after they receive any past due amounts?
But they have to let you know that, and they can't release you until the 30 days. So they're still going to go through the proper paperwork to say you're about to get evicted and all of that. They can't just call you up and say you have to leave. It still has to go through legal channels.
Thank you.
Thank you, first of all,
Oh,
both of
you're
you all for
welcome.
inviting me, and this information
welcome.
has been so helpful
Thank you.
because a lot of people are really, really stressed out, and I'm one of them. And my question is, if you receive an eviction notice, like say for instance in July, will that one be sufficient, or do they have to have one that's up, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Where they
thinking,
issued the 5-day notice, they're not going to continue to issue them, if you know what I mean?
I don't know, Henry, do you think they're going to be, I'm thinking if it were me and I'm doing the package, that they would want something current as opposed to old.
Okay.
You're probably going to get something current.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But I had a customer that was going to be evicted in a couple of days. I called the landlord, and the landlord actually manages 50 properties. So they're not going to evict. She's applying tomorrow. And then he's just sent me 4 other tenants. Because again, the landlord can go online and list all the tenants one at a time. So he gave me 4 more. And the landlords want to get the rent, but I don't know if it's going to stop evictions if, other things are going on. And by the way, this is from, COVID started, February, March, so you're applying from March forward. Okay, it won't take you anything past into the previous year. Hi, how are you? Come on in. Good, good. Did you go on? I haven't gone back online. Do you want to say a few words, and I'll check to see if there's live stream?
That's what I wanted
Yeah.
to see, if there were some live stream questions out there. And they're going to contact us here. Okay. Contact information is here on the screen. If you wanted to get in contact with me, you can reach me at 520-213-7497, 520-213-7497, or via email at henry.wade, at maricopa-az.gov. That's henry.wade@maricopa-az.gov. Gail can be reached at 602-390-4953, 602-390-4953, or Gail R. at nidhousing.com. GAYLER at nidhousing.com, if you wanted to reach out. And so, again, remember, tomorrow we'll have the opportunity to actually enter into the portal, see the documents that we'll give you some information on documents that need to be available when you enter into the portal. Okay. We have a new guest with us. We'll probably have to do some one-on-one with you, ma'am, and give you an opportunity. Do you have any specific questions that you would like to ask at this time? Not knowing what the program is just yet, but if you have some questions about the processes. Can't tell who you are. Do you have any questions? Okay, well, that pretty much takes care of the formal portion of this event. We'll go ahead and sign off now for those that are streaming. If you have,
Do they have streaming questions? So far on streaming, no one has asked any questions. Do you guys have questions before we close?
and again, I'll go over that contact information telephone-wise. So get in contact with me, 520-213-7497. And to get in contact with Gail, it's 602-390-4953. If there aren't any questions online, we'll go ahead and close out the streaming portion, and we can still answer any additional questions that you folks might have here. Okay?
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
it.
much.
Thanks for coming online as well. And we'll be live screening tomorrow. And also, as I said, we'll have the portal available for us tomorrow for you to actually have access to it. All right. Thank you so much.